A beef is developing between Trump and Elon. And man, am I disappointed. But first, here's what's going on. Last week, the House passed what Trump is calling his big, beautiful bill. Elon called the bill a massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill and a disgusting abomination. The bill is huge, over 1,100 pages. There are completely different interpretations of how the bill impacts our $2 trillion deficit and nearly $37 trillion debt. The Congressional Budget Office, or CBO, says it increases them. Trump's team says it decreases them.
Disgruntled former employee named Elon Musk.
Yes, breaking. President Trump says his relationship with Elon Musk appears to be over, warning that Elon will face serious consequences if he funds the Democrat. This is extremely concerning. This is coming after the clash. When I look at recent tweets and videos, when you take a look at this, President Trump says he wishes Elon Musk and Tesla were after a reporter asked if he was going to sell his new Tesla.
Look, there's a reasonable disagreement to be had about whether this is the right bill. I can understand why, on a human level, Trump would be disappointed that his friend challenged his bill. But Elon critiqued the bill. Trump critiqued Elon. Elon is a citizen. Trump is our president. We elected him to lead. He should be leading, not fighting with citizens. Now Elon is firing back by accusing Trump of being in the Epstein files, which I find unnecessary and disappointing by Elon, especially since he was originally taking a more principled position. But here's what's most important. Mr. President, this is a 1,116-page bill that passed 2 days after being introduced. Politicians made a bill so long that no one could read it. And then they voted on it without reading it. It extends tax cuts that you made in 2017 but did not reduce the deficit. So hopefully you can understand our concern. We want an explanation, not retaliation and escalation. Please make it clear the conditions under which this bill reduced the deficit. And tell us in one video or essay or speech how you plan to create those conditions. If this is really one big, beautiful bill, then please give us one big, beautiful explanation. Currently, things are escalating between Elon and Trump. But this shouldn't be about Trump versus Elon. This should have never become a personal fight. Elected leaders are supposed to lead. If we, the people, are wrong about the bill, then show us what's right.
Yes, this guy is right. When I look at the whole situation, it has caused people to divide them more. I didn't expect this. The relationship Elon had with Trump is something a lot of people questions, like it will not last. I thought it was a joke. Look at it now. Before that fight, something happened, which at the end of the video, I'm going to show you. B says Elon is ripe for a democratic comeback after clashing with Trump online. Elon has gone from saying, "I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man too. I have proof he is in." This has actually triggered a lot of Libras to start talking about these Epstein files. If you notice, weeks back, this was not a topic of discussion. Libras will not even pronounce it. They will not even type to it. But now they are having conversations as a result of this. Some says this fight is not real. I want to know what you think about this whole thing.
The Republican Party can get into a fist fight tonight and won't nobody go over there to the Democratic side. You guys are crazy. If you think that because Elon and Trump are getting into it online, y'all think because they getting into it, okay, so what? They had a disagreement. In my opinion, Elon just need to stay offline because we know Elon is a little bit immature. I know he's the richest man in the world, but we know he's immature. We know, some, you know what I'm saying? He got a little something going on. He got 13 baby mamas, 13 kids or something like that. But anyway, it don't mean nothing that that they've gotten into it. And as a matter of fact, when I looked up some of the articles, I see CNN is going live about it right now. That's all they're talking about. They couldn't wait for there to be a break in the goodness that's been going on since Trump has gotten back into office. They couldn't wait for something to go wrong. Oh, look. Oh, they're having a disagreement. That's his right-hand man. Oh, that's this and the third. People disagree. But that doesn't mean the whole economy is going to crash because they disagree. It's interesting that CNN is trying to broadcast live about this, but just like they only broadcasted live during one of Trump's speeches, the one that the attempted assassination was put on his life. That was one of the other times they live streamed about Trump. They didn't do any other campaigning live streams besides that one where they were trying to take his life. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not worried about Elon. I'm not worried about Trump. Trump is still a president. Elon was hired for a job. He did a great job. Now they don't get into it. It goes against Elon and his company with the EVs and all of that. Okay, that's fine. They'll figure it out. But it's okay for them to disagree like that. Because with the previous administration, they didn't disagree on anything. Everything that was going wrong with the economy, everything that was going wrong in our school system, everything, it was too many things to name. All of the natural disasters that happened, none of our people received any help. All of the illegals were getting all of the assistance. Nobody disagreed with any decisions that were being made by God knows who, because we know it wasn't Biden. We know Biden and Kamala didn't do anything at all except for bringing this country down. That's the one thing they can agree on, is not doing ish for us. So no, I'm not worried about Trump and Elon. They'll be all right.
Yes, I want people to move on. They should not focus on this. When you take a look at the whole situation, you realize now the mainstream media will focus on this, forgetting important issues to cover. Going into this video, I'm about to show you B said some ridiculous things. I understand he's always fond of this. Not to talk much, take a look at this video.
I don't think his mind is completely inflexible. His neck, yes. But not his mind. And he's expressed unease with some things Trump is doing, as has a certain disgruntled former employee named Elon Musk, who, like Joe, is another guy who 5 years ago was thought of as a liberal, but got driven into the other camp by bad attitudes and bad ideas, a reversal I completely understand, although I would never emulate. I also see the woke mind. I just don't jump from frying pans into fires. But I watched the evolution of both these guys. This didn't happen overnight. In 2022, before he owned Twitter, Elon tweeted this chart depicting how he felt about the liberal side having shifted so much that it left a basically liberal centrist like him now labeled a conservative. I related. I related to the kind of mean girl shit you get from the cool kids in Wokeville when you're perceived that way. They tried real hard to cancel Rogan a few years ago. And when Elon hosted Saturday Night Live in 2021, well before he was a Trumper, some of the cast members gave him the cold shoulder for the sin of being rich. You think people don't remember when you do this shit to them? That it's not going to have blowback? Now me, again, you don't have to win me back because I never left. But all the guys in America like Joe and Elon, yeah, you do have to win them back. The good news is you can. Elon has gone from saying, I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man.
So are you guys ready to watch perhaps the most amazing event of political contortionism that you've probably ever seen in your entire life? This feud that's developing between Donald Trump and Elon Musk is getting ready to twist the radical left into the biggest pretzel you've ever seen. You're getting ready to watch an entire political party who spent the better part of this year firebombing his dealerships, destroying Tesla vehicles, and protesting every weekend because Elon Musk was aligned with Donald Trump. And now that there's a feud developing, they love him. But what they don't seem to understand is the feud that's being developed is because Elon Musk wants more cuts, more spending cuts. He wants his Doge cuts codified, and the big beautiful bill doesn't go far enough. And now what's going to happen is Donald Trump and Elon Musk are going to waltz the radical left into suddenly defending Elon Musk and demanding the cuts that Elon Musk wants to see in big beautiful bill materialize. So a party who opposed Doge, an organization and a group of people who hated Elon Musk for finding waste, fraud, and abuse, are suddenly going to be supporters of Elon Musk and are going to be advocating for the cuts that didn't make it into the bill because they want to see Donald Trump lose this feud. And that, folks, is the genius of the Donald Trump show your ass theory. See what they're doing?
I allowed this guy to reply B. That is exactly what is going on. According to them, Elon is coming back to be a Democrat. Politics is something I'd always put my emotions into it because at a certain time, it can kick you off. Yes. Libras are picking this up and they are extremely happy. Thank you guys for always been sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you see videos after this, that is for the YouTube algorithm. I always put shorter videos, so please, you can end here.
A really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Oh, damn.
Disgusting.
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they've not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT.
Take a look.
You're trying to distinguish yourself. I mean, it is very important.
My own path.
Well, I'm glad that you kept the name.
Effing who?
People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like, I've written books. I've given speeches.
Why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
There are just many natural reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids.
There's something wrong with this person. Like, she's seriously depressed here and actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in the White House.
What did you make of Donald Trump's post? This will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies.
But what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. The kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because
she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Kilmer.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
First term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does every year. This Carmelo Anthony case.
Live in the White House. Many people.
Like a little unhinged drunk.
And black.
From an employee, and they had a brother.
So are you guys ready to watch perhaps the most amazing...
Script
60
keeper.
seconds in ya.